You are standing under your deck railing, looking up at a small, perfectly round hole drilled straight into the wood. It appeared sometime this spring, seemingly overnight, a hole about the size of your finger, sawdust scattered on the boards below it, a large bee occasionally hovering near the entrance before disappearing inside. You have already heard the advice, probably more than once. Plug the hole. Steel wool, caulk, a golf tee hammered in tight. Anything that seals the opening. Trap it inside, and the problem ends there. Stop. Because plugging that hole does not trap the bee inside, does not end the problem, and in a specific, predictable way, may make the actual structural damage you were trying to prevent significantly worse. What is actually happening inside that piece of wood right now extends far beyond the small round opening you can see, and sealing the entrance addresses none of it. Let's start with what is actually behind that hole. The creature responsible is almost certainly a carpenter bee, a large solitary bee that excavates nests directly into untreated or weathered wood. Deck railings, eaves, fence posts, and exposed structural beams are among its most common targets. The entrance hole itself, that perfectly round opening about the diameter of a pencil, is only the beginning of the structure. From that entry point, the bee excavates a tunnel that typically travels inward for a short distance before making a sharp 90-degree turn and continuing parallel to the wood grain, often extending 6 to 10 inches or more, sometimes considerably further in established, reused nests. Along that horizontal tunnel, the bee constructs a series of individual brood cells, each stocked with a ball of pollen and nectar, and sealed with a single egg arranged one after another down the length of the tunnel, like rooms along a hallway. The hole you can see is the doorway. The actual nest, the tunnel, the brood cells, the developing bees inside them, is entirely hidden within the wood itself. Now here is what almost nobody considers before reaching for the caulk gun. Because the tunnel turns immediately after the entrance and continues for several inches, an adult carpenter bee sealed inside is not actually trapped in any meaningful sense. Carpenter bees excavate wood, specifically because their mandibles are adapted for exactly this kind of cutting, and a bee blocked at the original entrance will, in a well-documented and consistent pattern, simply chew a new exit hole, sometimes at a different point along the same tunnel, sometimes creating a second entrance entirely. Homeowners who plug one hole frequently find, within days to weeks, a second hole appearing nearby, and interpret this as a new, separate infestation rather than what it actually is: the same nest with a new exit. Plugging the hole did not end the nest. It relocated its entrance. But here is the part that matters most, and the part that turns a cosmetic annoyance into a genuine structural concern. Wood is naturally porous, and untreated or weathered wood in particular allows moisture to move through it gradually via the tunnel network the bee has already excavated. An open, functioning entrance hole, counterintuitively, allows some degree of airflow and drying through that tunnel system. Sealing the entrance with caulk, steel wool, or a wood plug traps whatever moisture is already present inside the tunnel and prevents new airflow from reaching it, creating exactly the sustained damp, low oxygen conditions that wood decay fungi require to establish themselves. Researchers and pest management professionals studying carpenter bee damage consistently note that the tunnels themselves cause relatively minor structural harm on their own, but tunnels that develop sustained internal moisture, frequently as a direct result of sealing, become significantly more vulnerable to fungal decay that can compromise the surrounding wood far more seriously than the bee's excavation ever would have alone. The plug intended to solve the problem creates the specific internal conditions most likely to cause the structural damage the homeowner was originally worried about. So what should you actually do? If you find an active carpenter bee hole, the most effective approach is treating the tunnel directly rather than sealing the entrance immediately. An insecticidal dust applied into the open entrance hole, left unsealed for several days to allow bees moving through the tunnel to contact and distribute it, addresses the population actually living inside the wood far more effectively than trapping does. Only after that period, once activity has genuinely stopped, should the hole be filled, at which point sealing it serves its intended purpose of preventing reuse the following season, rather than trapping a living bee inside active, undamaged wood. Painting or sealing exposed wood surfaces before carpenter bees establish a nest in the first place is significantly more effective than any treatment applied afterward, since carpenter bees show a strong preference for bare, untreated wood and largely avoid painted or sealed surfaces when selecting a nesting site. What you should never do is assume that a plugged hole means a solved problem. If a second hole appears nearby within days or weeks, that is not a new infestation. It is confirmation that the original nest is still there, and the bee simply built a new door. There is something quietly remarkable about an insect whose entire nest, the tunnel, the sequence of individual chambers, each one provisioned and sealed with the same careful precision, exists almost entirely out of sight, inside a material most people think of as solid and inert, doing structural work invisible from the outside until the moment someone notices a single small hole and assumes that hole is the whole story. The next time you see a carpenter bee hole in your deck railing or eaves, you are not looking at the full extent of what is there. You are looking at a doorway into a hallway you cannot see, built by an insect that has already planned for exactly the response you are about to give it. Have you ever plugged a carpenter bee hole and found a new one nearby shortly after? Tell me about it in the comments.